Hey guys, it is a rainy Tuesday here in New York, which honestly matches the absolute devastation we are about to talk about today. We are covering the most heartbreaking, jaw-dropping tragedy to hit Port Charles in years involving Britt, Rocco, and a fatal flight. Welcome back to the channel. Let's just dive right into this nightmare. Oh my God, I'm screaming. I literally cannot even deal right now. I am shaking as I type. It's because my brain is just completely short-circuiting. I was eating dinner and literally choked on my pasta when this scene happened. I had to pause my TV and text my friend immediately because I thought I was hallucinating. The writers are actually unhinged. They are completely 100% unhinged for this. I can't breathe. I am dead. This is the most insane thing I have ever watched on this show, and I've been watching for years. My jaw dropped to the floor and it is still there. I am so dramatic right now, but you guys have to understand the level of trauma we were just subjected to. Okay, but listen. Let's back up for a second because I'm jumping all over the place and I need to make this make sense. So, Britt Westbourne, iconic, flawed, beautiful Britt. She's been dealing with so much, right? She has the Huntington's disease hanging over her head. She's trying to protect people. She's a mess, but she's our mess. And she realizes that Ross Cullum, who is literally the devil incarnate, honestly is going to figure out the truth. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, Cullum is putting the pieces together. He knows that Jason didn't shoot him. He knows Jason is just taking the fall. And who's Jason protecting? Rocco Falconry, Dante and Lulu's kid. Britt realizes that Cullum is going to know Rocco pulled the and let me tell you, at this point, I'm yelling at my screen. I am literally screaming, Britt, do something. Because Callum is not going to spare a child. He's a monster. He doesn't care about age. And he doesn't care about innocence. He only cares about revenge and his own twisted power trips. Britt knows this. She actually knows that if Rocco stays in Port Charles, he is a dead man walking. Callum will never, ever let it go. Oh, wait. Before that happened, actually. I forgot to mention earlier, but Jason is literally rotting in a WSB black site in Jakarta right now. Like he threw his entire life away. Confessed to a crime he didn't commit. Just to save Rocco. And now Britt realizes it was all going to be for nothing if Callum gets to the kid anyway. So Britt goes into full panic mode. She is frantic. She's desperate. She decides the only way to keep Rocco safe is to take him and run. They have to leave the country. They have to go to Berlin. Why Berlin? Honestly, I don't even know. She has connections there, I guess, but that's not the point. The point is she is planning this massive escape. And then we have Lulu. Oh my God, Spencer. She needs to get it together, I swear. But she was just trying to be a good mom. She was terrified for her. What does she do? She gets a fake passport. She packs a go bag. She literally hands her son the tools to run away. She thought she was saving him. She thought she was doing the ultimate motherly sacrifice by letting him go so he could live. I am literally crying just thinking about this. Lulu handing over that fake passport. It was a death ticket. She didn't know. She didn't know, but the irony is just so sick and twisted. If she hadn't gotten that passport, Rocco wouldn't have been able to get on that plane. Which is insane, by the way. The fact that a teenager and a fugitive doctor just walked through international security. But whatever, soap opera logic. We just have to roll with it. Because the emotional payoff is destroying me. Okay, where was I? Right. So Dante, poor beautiful stressed out Dante Falconry. He was literally trying to put Lulu and Rocco under armed guard. He knew things were escalating. Kay knew. Cullen was a threat. He was trying to do things by the book or at least keep his family locked down. But Rocco slipped right through his fingers. Rocco met up with Britt. They grabbed the go bag. They used the fake passport and they made a break for it. Dante was too late. He was just too late. So they get to the airport, they board the plane, the private jet or whatever it was heading to Berlin. And for a second, just one tiny fleeting second, I actually thought they were safe. I was sitting on my couch like, okay, phew, they made it out. They're going to be on the run for a few months. It'll be a cool off-screen storyline while the actors take a break. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. I am literally an idiot for trusting these writers to give us a moment of peace. The plane takes off. It's in the sky. And then, oh my God, the explosion. I can't even type this without my hands shaking. The plane literally exploded midair. Just boom. A massive fireball in the sky. Pieces of wreckage raining down. No. Survivors. There's no way anyone survived that. It was a complete and total catastrophe. I'm screaming. I am literally screaming at my television. No, you can't do this. I was like, are you serious right now? You kill off Britt and Rocco in one swoop after everything, after Jason's sacrificed. It's just so cruel. It is actually the most cruel thing the writers have ever done. I had to pause the show and just walk around my living room for 10 minutes to process it. My dog was looking at me like, I lost my mind, and honestly, I have. I've lost my mind over these fictional characters, and then the news hits Port Charles. The way they filmed this was honestly cinematic but so devastating. The breaking news bulletin flashing across the screens at Bobby's and the Metro Court. Flight to Berlin goes down. Mid-air explosion. No survivors. The entire town just stops. It's like the air was sucked out of the room. Poor Charles is instantly plunged into this dark, heavy morning. You could hear a pin drop. In that diner, everyone is just staring at the screens in pure shock. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for Lulu's reaction. When Lulu saw the news, my God, she physically collapsed. Her legs just gave out from under her. She dropped to the floor and let out this visceral, agonizing scream that is going to haunt my nightmares for the rest of my life. The actress deserves an Emmy right now. I'm calling it. She realized in that exact moment that the fake passport she bought, the go bag she packed, she essentially bought his ticket to die. She bought the death ticket. She is consumed by this toxic, suffocating guilt. She thinks she killed her own son, and honestly, Dante is not helping. Dante is completely losing his mind. He is in this absolute frenzy of rage and despair. He's packing, he is crying, he's breaking things. And who does he blame? Britt. He blames Britt Westbourne for everything. He is completely projecting all his anger onto her, because she is the one who took him on that flight. Dante is screaming about how Britt dragged his son down a dead-end path. Why would she do that? He's yelling. He's acting like Britt maliciously kidnapped him. But we know Britt was trying to save him from Callum, but Dante can't see that right now. He is blinded by grief. He hates Britt. He hates that she took his boy. He hates that she made him a fugitive, and hates that she died with him so he can't even scream at her in person. It is so messed up and so real, and I am just sobbing. And don't even get started on the family dynamics now, because this is going to start a war. The sudden departure of these two characters is not just a personal loss. It is a match thrown into a powder keg. The Spencers, the Cassadines, the Falconrys, the Westbournes, everyone is going to be pointing fingers. It is blowing up the flames of hatred between these great families. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. The wreckage of that plane, yeah, it's not just metal and fire. It represents the shattered pieces of the hearts of everyone left behind in Port Charles. I'm calling it now. This is going to end badly for everyone involved. Mark my words, the psychological warfare that is about to happen between these grieving relatives is going to be brutal. It is going to be a cruel, tearful, devastating psychological war. Everyone is going to be out for blood. Think about Carly. Think about Sunny. Think about Laura. Laura just lost her grandson and Jason. Oh my God. When Jason finds out in that Jakarta prison that he gave up his freedom to save Rocco and Rocco died anyway, Jason is going to lose whatever is left of his humanity. He's going to break out of that black site and murder Callum with his bare hands. I'm manifesting this right now. He's going to go absolutely feral because Callum is the real villain here. If Callum wasn't such a psycho, none of this would have happened. Britt wouldn't have had to run. Lulu wouldn't have needed the fake passport. Rocco would be safe at home. I am so mad at Callum, I could literally punch a wall. He needs to pay for this. He needs to be held accountable. I swear if Callum gets away with this, I'm rioting. I am literally booking a flight to the studio and writing. Wait, did I mention the explosion again? 'Cause the visual of it is just stuck in my head. The bright orange flames against the dark sky, the way the camera lingered on the falling debris. It was so final, so permanent. In soap operas, people come back from the dead all the time. But you don't come back from a mid-air explosion. I mean, maybe you do, but this felt different. This felt like a real permanent goodbye. And it hurt so much because Britt had such an amazing redemption arc and now it ends like this. Unfair. Completely unfair. I just keep thinking about Dante and Lulu. They have been through so much over the years. The breakups, the makeups, the coma, the drama. And now this is the kind of tragedy that either brings people together or completely destroys them forever. And based on Dante's reaction, I think it's the latter. He is so full of rage. He is looking for someone to punish. And since Britt is gone, he might just turn that anger onto Lulu for giving Rocco the passport. That is going to be so ugly to watch. And what about the Cassadines? Victor is probably laughing in his grave, but the rest of them are going to use this to their advantage somehow. The Spencers are completely broken right now. Laura is going to have to hold the entire city together while she is mourning her own flesh and blood. It is just too much.